Got 6 miles today, let's go. The question I get asked the most when it comes to training is how do you have time to do all that training, especially when you work a full-time job? We all buckle up because that's what we're getting into today. We are in week 15 of Backyard Ultra training. I'm running 7 days a week. Got a 6 mile run this morning. And we can talk about training, time, schedule. That's what we'll get into today. So let's do it. I'll bring y'all along for my run. So, a lot of people see my training and they wonder how I have time to do it all. Well, guess what? I don't have any more time than you do. I have the same 24 hours in a day. I work a full-time job. So I just prioritize my time differently. And I'm explaining that to y'all today. So let's get into it. One of the biggest myths out there is that people don't have time to train and work out. And that people that do this stuff just have endless amounts of time. They don't have real jobs, they don't have families, things like that. Well, that's far from the truth. Most people have full-time jobs. Most people have families. We have responsibilities. We have a mortgage to pay. So that's just a myth. The whole time thing is a myth. And I'm gonna challenge you throughout this whole video to really think about your schedule, your responsibilities, and to really think if there's things that you can move around, things you can cut out, things you can sacrifice to find more time to fit your training in throughout the day. Because there's more than likely, I can almost guarantee you, if you're somebody that says you don't have time, I could guarantee you have to look at your schedule and find time for you to train in. So that's what we're gonna do today. And the first tip I gotta give you, or the first tip I'm gonna give you, is you have to schedule your workouts, your training session, just like you would a doctor's appointment. So think about that. You have to schedule, you have to put it on your schedule. You wouldn't cancel a doctor's appointment because you didn't feel good, because you didn't want to go, right? Because doctor's appointments, they're important and you pretty much gotta go. So you wouldn't cancel one of those. Well, your workout should be the same way. It should be on your calendar. It should be scheduled. It should not be negotiable. Because guess what? There's gonna be days where you don't want to work out. I can guarantee you that, because I still do that. And I've been training for almost 13 years. There's still days I don't want to get up and work out. Another thing is, put it on your calendar and do it then. So you'll notice, sorry, there's a dog barking. So you'll notice it's not very bright out here right now. Wonder why that is. That's because it's 5:30 in the morning right now and I'm out here training. So that's my hack for y'all. If you don't have time in the afternoon because you have other responsibilities, the best thing you could do, in my opinion, now I know this don't work for everybody, but in my opinion, the best thing you can do is get up and train before you go to work. Because then you get up, you knock it out, and you're done for the day. Then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to train again. Nothing can come up in your day and affect your workout because you're already done. You've already got up and knocked it out. Yes, it's hard to get up early in the morning, I understand, but it does get easier. You will start to get used to it. You may just have to get in the bed a little earlier, but it can be done, I promise. There's definitely gonna be days where you don't want to get up out the bed, because that happens to me just about every day. But I still get up and get it done because I made a promise to myself, because I got it on the schedule. So my workout, it's scheduled and it's a non-negotiable. Now, with that being said, you have to figure out a training program that will work for you. I'm not telling you to train 7 days a week. You may not be able to train 7 days a week, but whatever you do decide to train, whatever you can fit in, stick to that. Like if you can only do 3 days a week, then you better make sure you get those 3 days a week done. Find a way. Don't miss a day, because then you start training your mind to think it's okay to miss a day. And it's not. Eventually, that's gonna lead to you quitting. So we don't wanna do that. I am extremely out of breath today. I guess because I'm trying to talk and run. It's not working too well for me. I'm gonna have to slow down some so I can talk to y'all. So that's number one. Schedule your workout like it's a doctor's appointment. Put it on your calendar and don't miss it. Whatever your goal is, especially if it's an ultramarathon, you probably already have a race picked out. So one, go ahead and sign up for the race. Two, create you a training plan that leads up to race day. If you have to, use ChatGPT or any AI to create you a training plan that works with your schedule, and save it on your phone or print it out, put it in a book, whatever you got to do. Add it to your calendar. Put a certain time on it. So that way, you know what day you're working out, you know what time you're working out, and you know what the workout is. You already have it planned, so you don't have to think about it. There's no guessing. There's no guesswork. It's all done. So I encourage you, do that. Once you pick out your race, create a training plan that leads up to race day. And you can use AI to do all this. I do it myself. Just put all your information in, put your race day, put what kind of race, put your goal in, put the days you can train, put your height, weight, sex, age, all that. Put your goals in there, what your goal is. Put all that in there, and it will spit out a pretty good training plan for you. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but it's definitely a start. So do that. That's number one. Schedule your workouts like a doctor's appointment. All right, so point number two, which I kind of hit on already, I jumped ahead, sorry. Point number two is wake up earlier. Most people do not have extra time in the afternoon. They just don't. Most people have kids. Most people have chores around the house they got to do. You may have to take care of your parents or something. Like, everybody has things to do in the afternoon. You may have ball practice, whatever it is. Our afternoons are packed. Same goes for me. I'm making YouTube videos right now. Like, my afternoons are taken up with editing and things like that. So like, I'm busy in the afternoon. So in order for me to get my workout in, I wake up early in the morning to go ahead and get it done. That way, nothing else that comes up during my day can affect my workout, because I've already got it done. I'm already completed. So then I'm rocking and rolling for the rest of the day. I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about when I'm gonna get my workout in. Yes, it does suck waking up early. I agree, but you get used to it over time. It gets better. You just have to do it for a while. You gotta stick it out for a while. It does get easier. You know, it's kind of crazy. Like, I'll get up and work out, and I'll be completely done with my workout by 7 a.m. And the rest of the world is still asleep at 7 a.m. Now, you probably hadn't even got up yet, and I'm already done running or working out or whatever my training is for that day. I've already got it done by 7 a.m. And I'm taking a shower, and I'm getting ready to go to work. And I already got my training in for the day. And then the rest of the day is a breeze, because I got up and I did something hard first thing in the morning. So that makes the rest of my day that much easier. And I already got my training done, so I'm in a better mood. I feel good about myself. I got it done. So yeah, wake up earlier if you can. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, there's just no way I could wake up that early. Well, I challenge you, try it. Try it for 2 weeks. 1 week is not gonna be long enough. You're gonna hate it during 1 week, I promise. But give it 2 full weeks. Waking up before work and getting your workout in. I wake up at 4 a.m. every day. I've been doing that for years now. And yes, I still hate getting out to bed that early, but I do it because my training is non-negotiable. So I challenge you for 2 weeks, try it. You may figure out that you like it. I like it because it gets me up, gets me woken up, gets me going for the day, sets the tone for the day. It makes sure I get my training in, because when you're up that early, since everybody else is still asleep, there's no distractions. There's nothing to keep you from working out because you're the only one up. There's nothing that's going to get in your way. So your morning can be strictly focused on you, your morning routine, and your workout for that day, your training session for that day. And nothing else can get in the way. So that's what's good about waking up early in the morning. It just takes a lot of the if factors out. It takes a lot of that out. You don't have to worry about it. So that's number 2, wake up early. Some people are not morning people. Some people prefer to work out in the afternoon. I'm not. I'm a morning person. I don't like to work out in the afternoon because I'm tired by the time I get home. And I don't want to do nothing when I get home. Have I done it before? Yes, absolutely. But I prefer to get up in the morning and knock it out, because then I don't have to worry about it the rest of the day. So number 2, get up and get it done before work in the morning. Even on the weekends, get up and do it before you do your stuff on the weekend. Like Saturday, you probably got a lot of chores around the house to do. Get up and knock out your workout before. Sunday, you got to go to church. Get up and knock out your workout before church. If you have training that day. That's number 2. All right, point number 3. You got to reduce decision fatigue. So what does that mean? That means try to cut out all of the decisions you can. Go ahead and make those decisions ahead of time in advance. So, an example, lay your clothes out the night before. If you're gonna get up and work out in the morning, go ahead and put your workout clothes somewhere that's readily available. Put your shoes out, socks out, the whole outfit, put it out. Or if you're going to the gym, pack your gym bag the night before, have it ready to go so you don't have to do that in the morning. Take all the decisions out of your day, pre-plan them so you don't have to think about it. You just grab your bag and you go. Or you put your clothes on, put your shoes on, and you go. There's no decision that has to be made. You already made it the night before. That's one example. Another example, hold on, let me let this car pass by. Cool little Mustang. I totally underestimated how hard this would be, running and talking at the same time. But yeah, another example, meal prep your food. Like, this takes the decision out of what you need to eat. If you meal prep your food in advance, you already know what you're gonna eat. You don't have to think about it, and you don't have to cook it. It's already cooked. All you gotta do, pop it in your microwave, eat it, and you're ready to roll. So that's another decision that you took out of your day. The least amount of decisions you can make, the better. And why is this? Because it's less opportunity for you to make the wrong decision. So if you wake up in the morning and you still gotta get all your stuff out to get ready to go to the gym, well, that just creates an avenue for you to change your mind by going to the gym. You know, that just creates that decision. Oh, do I really want to go to the gym? Do I want to get my clothes out? You can say no and change your mind. But most of the time, if you already have that stuff laid out, then it's easier to make that decision. You're not going to say no. Most of the time, not all the time. Same thing with meal prepping your food. If you already spent all the time to prepare it, you spent the money on it, you cooked it, more than likely, you're going to eat it. You're not going to go get some fast food. You're going to eat what you already prepared and you already paid for. And it's better for you. So that's just an idea of decision fatigue. Now, there's a lot of these throughout the day. A lot. That's just 2 of them. But the less decisions you have to make about your training, the much better you're off. The less likely you will be to not follow through on your plan, your training plan, your diet plan, whatever. That goes for everything. Even like other things in life. It gives you less, take out the decisions. It gives you less opportunities to either quit or to not do the thing or to change your mind. There's a lot that goes into it. So reduce decision fatigue. That's gonna be number 3. All right, number 4, and this is a big one because it's hard and it goes up and down, and that is motivation. Don't wait for motivation to strike for you to actually do your workouts and your training. Because guess what? Motivation does not stay. It is not there for good. You're probably really motivated when you set these goals, when you decide you're gonna run an ultramarathon. You're probably really motivated. So you create this grand plan. You say you're gonna do all these workouts, and then guess what? 2 days in, your motivation fades and it's not there anymore. And then you don't wanna do it. Well, that's reality. But we gotta do it anyways. You set that goal for yourself. It's up to you to execute, to train, to put in the work. So stop relying on motivation. It's not gonna stay. Motivation comes and goes. So you just gotta know that. Like, you gotta know that in your training, you're gonna be unmotivated. There's gonna be days you don't wanna train. You don't wanna get up out the bed. You don't wanna eat the good food. That's gonna happen. I'm telling you right now, that's gonna happen. Especially if you're training for ultramarathon, because your body's just gonna be beat up. You're gonna be tired, exhausted. Your body's gonna be wore out. So just know that day is coming. And it's on that day where you figure out what you're truly made of. If you're really gonna, achieve that goal and follow through. So motivation, don't stay, don't rely on it. You gotta make a commitment to yourself and just believe in yourself, and you got to do what you said you're gonna do. That's the best way to build trust with yourself, is actually following through on what you said you were gonna do. So you just gotta get it done. It's gonna suck at times. It's not gonna be fun at times. So that's all part of the process. Everybody goes through that. Everybody experiences it. But it's those that push through that actually make it to the finish line or achieve their goal, whatever that may be. There's definitely days that I want to stay in the bed, or I want to quit or not train that day, but I do it anyways, strictly because that's what I said I was going to do, and I want to keep that promise to myself. Because the only person you're cheating if you don't train is yourself. Nobody else is going to care if you train or not. It's not going to hurt their feelings. It's not going to make them feel good. But if you decide not to train when you had a schedule, then you're cheating yourself. So I don't want to cheat myself. So that's why I get up and do it anyway, especially on the days I don't want to do it. Those are the days that we're going to count the most. Those are the days that you'll be surprised at how good of a workout you got in. You'll be happy that you got up and got it done. You'll feel better afterwards. You'll be proud of yourself. So that's the days that you experience that. So those are most time the hardest days, but the most rewarding days. So that's number 4. Don't rely on motivation. All right, number 5. Your phone is stealing your training time. I know, it's a crazy take, ain't it? I'm guilty of this myself. But if you would get off your phone some, you'd be surprised at how much more time you have. So whenever it's time for your training, put your phone down, put it in a different room. You may be wanting to listen to music on it, that's cool, but try not to be distracted when you're training. Or if you're one of those people that say I don't have time, look at how much screen time you have. I bet you do have time. Do me a favor. Go to your settings right now. Go to the screen time setting and look at the setting that says daily average screen time. Whatever your daily average screen time is, that's how much time every day you have to train. Period. Like, I'm just being honest, keeping it real with y'all. If you got time on there, you can be training. So, I challenge you, instead of doom scrolling at night, or doom scrolling when you get home from work, or doom scrolling in the morning before work, use that time to work out. Use that time to train. Even if it's 10 minutes, even if it's 20 minutes, if it's an hour, use that time wisely. You can get a lot done in 10 to 15 minutes, more than you realize. That's better than nothing. Yeah, you may not be able to get a whole ultramarathon training session in, but you could be doing something like stretching, recovery, prepping meals, I don't know, foam rolling, doing some sprints, even getting 1 mile in. You got 10 minutes, go get 1 mile in. Especially if you know you're not gonna have time to train later that day. Knock out 1 mile, it's better than nothing. Especially for ultramarathon, because you just want time on your feet. You're not really training for speed in an ultramarathon. It's really time on feet. So the more runs you can get on your feet, the better. So your phone is stealing your training time. It's also stealing time from your family, especially if you got kids. When you get home from work, you shouldn't be on your phone. Your kids want to hang out and play with you. Now, take that with a grain of salt. I don't have kids, but if I did have them, I would expect them to want to play when I get home from work. So, I have a little dog, and I love to play with him when I get home. I think of it kind of the same. But yeah, put your phone up. You'll be surprised at how much more time you have in your day if you put your phone up and quit doom scrolling all day. You'll be amazed. That's point number 5. Your phone is stealing your time away from training. I'm struggling. All right, that brings us to point number 6. And this one is my favorite point because it's the hardest one to do, in my opinion, and that is learn to say no. Learn to say no. And that goes for anything. Like, you should have a rule. If your answer is not heck yes, then your answer should be no. Like, if somebody asks you to do something and you don't 100% want to do it, if it's not a heck yes, then don't do it. It's a no. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. You gotta say no to things because that's your time. You know, you gotta pour into you too. You can't just be only pouring into other people, pouring into their free time. You gotta pour into yourself. This is another reason why I say get up and train in the morning, because you don't have to say no to things in the morning because nobody else is up. But in the afternoon, a lot of things come up. So learn to say no. I know, especially if you have a family like me, they're always trying to do stuff, always. And if that's affecting your training, then you may have to say no. You may not be able to go to that birthday dinner. You may not be able to, you know, go out on the boat this weekend or whatever. It's different for everybody. Luckily, I can still fit these things in because I get up and train in the morning. So that's what I suggest you do. Get up and run in the morning so you can fit these other things in. But if you can't do it in the morning, then you gotta learn to say no, period. If it's not something you 100% want to do, don't do it, say no. And that's gonna save you so much time, just from little things. Also, learn to say no to things that are not necessarily important right then. Something that you could do later, like chores around the house. They don't have to absolutely be done right then. Go ahead and go get your training in, and then come back and do it. Or do it the next day. Structure your chores around your training, if that's what you have to do. You know, unfortunately, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices, and that's not what people want to hear. But if you want to achieve a big goal, you're gonna have to make sacrifices, period. No matter what it is, you got to. And I make a ton of sacrifices. You know, but people understand this. They know that I'm getting up and doing my training, so they don't even ask. After a while, they won't even ask because they know you got training to do, and you're not gonna do anything else until it gets done. And that's how it should be. And that's not a bad thing. That's just other people learning to respect your boundaries. You gotta put up your own boundaries. If not, other people are are just gonna run all over you, they're gonna take advantage of you, and they're just gonna expect you to do what they ask. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. But like I said, you gotta pour into yourself first. You can't just do everything for everybody else and not work on yourself. You gotta show up for you first, show up for your spouse first, and then you can show up for everybody else. So yeah, learn to say no. That's a big one, a really big one. It's huge. This will save you so much time. Also, learn to say no to your phone. That goes back to the last point. Learn to say no to doom scrolling, to playing on the phone, whatever. So yeah, make sacrifices, learn to say no. That's number 6. Point number 7, this one's like a productivity hack, and it's learn to multitask. Learn to do, like, combine different activities together. So for example, like right now, I'm running, I'm getting my training in, but I'm also filming a YouTube video. So I'm knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. Figured out a way to do both. Another thing I do, every day after dinner, me, my wife, and my dog, we go for a walk. So we're helping our digestion, we're getting steps in, we're getting fresh air and sunlight in, and we're spending quality time with each other. We're spending time with our family, and that's important. So I'm knocking all those things out at once. You know, you don't really think of it as getting exercise in or getting sunlight in, you know, but you are doing all those things at once. Those are important to me, so I do them all together. That's an easy way you can do it. Another thing you can do is meal prep. Meal prep saves you so much time, so you don't have to waste time doing that every day. You do it all at once. It saves you time throughout the week. Another thing you could do is, if you have to take a lot of phone calls, especially at work, you can go walk while you do your phone calls. So instead of sitting at your desk or wherever you sit at, get up and go walk. Walk outside, walk around the office, just whatever you got to do. Go walk up and down the stairs if you have to. If you got to go to the grocery store, go after you go to the gym. That way, you're already out and about. You don't have to get out again. You're already out, so you can just go right after the gym. And another hack, if you go to the grocery store after you worked out, you're gonna be less likely to buy a bunch of junk food because you're in that workout mode and you're thinking, oh, I can't eat all that junk, I just got done working out. So it may help you make smarter choices in the grocery store. Man, I'm so out of breath. Another thing you can do, if you do like to consume media like podcasts, YouTube videos, music, consume those while you're training, while you're working out. You see I got my headphones on. I like to listen to podcasts. So I'll have a podcast running or going while I'm running, while I'm working out. So I can consume it. I can do 2 things at once. So that's how I consume, you know, my education through my podcast. And I'm doing it while I run. So it's another way to combine different tasks. That way I don't have to sit down and listen to it while I'm doing nothing. Also YouTube videos. I like to watch YouTube videos. I'll play those sometimes when I'm running, if it's one that I can just listen to. So that's another hack. So that's point number 7. Combine activities. Try to multitask where you can. And this will help you save time when it comes to doing your other things, other chores. This will help you save time. Point number 7. And that brings us to point number 8. This one's probably the most cliche thing I can say. You've heard it before, but it's remember your why. Remember why you're doing it. Why did you sign up? Why did you create that goal? Why did you want to run that race? Remember your why. Because when you have a strong why, then it makes it a lot easier to get up and do it and execute when you don't want to. Because it's going to get hard, and there's going to be a time when you want to quit. But if you remember your why, if you have a strong enough why, you'll be able to push through. You'll be able to get it done. You know, I always like to say it's not about the destination itself. It's not about the race or that goal. It's about the journey. It's about who you become on the way to that destination. Like right now, I'm doing this training and it sucks, but I know it's going to prepare me for my race. So it's times like this where you really find out what you're made of. You really, you know, find things out about yourself that you didn't know. You learn new stuff about yourself, things like that. So remember, try to find you a strong reason. And if you don't have a strong reason, then hey, maybe that's not a goal that's right for you. Maybe you need to change your goal if you can't find a strong enough reason why. But I will, with that being said, I do encourage you to try ultramarathon because it's one of the most rewarding things. Like, it's very hard, it's very intimidating, but if you do it, you train for it, you complete it, I promise you'll be glad that you did. I don't think I've ever met anybody that was not glad that they trained for a hard goal, they completed it, and then they wasn't satisfied, you know, they wasn't happy. A lot of times they realized that, one, it was worth it, but two, they realized they could do a lot more. They realized they could push themselves more and find out new stuff about themselves. So a lot of times you'll find all that out during your prep, during your journey along the way. So I encourage you, try something hard. Do something that makes you uncomfortable, that gets you out of your comfort zone. Your goals should scare you a little bit. If your goals don't scare you, then your goals probably ain't big enough. You need to make them a little bit bigger so it scares you a little bit. Like last year, I ran a 100-mile ultramarathon, and that scared the crap out of me. I didn't think I could run 100 miles. The furthest I had ever ran before that was a marathon, 26.2. So I went, you know, 70 miles longer than the furthest I'd ever been before. And that was a scary thought. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to complete it, but I trained for it, showed up every day, and we got it done. Now we're training for the next goal, which is a backyard ultra. That's what we're training for now. And honestly, the training is pretty tough, but I know if I show up every day, I'll be ready to go on race day, and it'll all be worth it. So that's point number 8. Find a strong why. Your why may be your kids. It may be a lifelong goal you've had. It may be some kind of recovery. Maybe you have an addiction or something. Running can be a good, you know, substitute for people with addictions. And it's because people get addicted to running and they replace that addiction with running. So yeah, I encourage you, set a hard goal, challenge yourself, push yourself, and get uncomfortable. Find your why. That's point number 8. All right, so with that being said, my weekly routine right now is I wake up and I run first thing in the morning 7 days a week. I work a full-time job 5 days a week. I have a wife, I have a dog, I have a house. I film YouTube videos, I edit YouTube videos. That takes a lot of time. I post short form content every day. I spend time with my family still, make time for them on the weekends and stuff. I do chores around my house. So I'm not saying all that to brag. I say that to show you that it can be done, it is possible. And every hour of my day is scheduled on purpose. It's not by accident. I don't get these things done by accident. I get it done on purpose because I have it scheduled, I have a plan, and I follow it to a T. I do venture off sometimes. I do get off plan, and that's okay. I mean, we're human. None of us are perfect. You're gonna fall off plan sometimes, but it's how you react when you fall off plan. Are you gonna get right back on it? That's the real question. And that's been the biggest thing that's helped me, is when I set a goal, I'm pretty good about sticking to that goal. And if I get off, if I have a bad weekend, if I binge eat, I'm pretty good about getting right back to it the next day. I don't let that one day affect the next day. And I'm pretty good about that. That's the one thing that helps me, is I'm pretty consistent. Honestly, like, I'm not no different than you. The only difference is I'm consistent and do what I say I'm gonna do. I don't try to cheat myself. That's the only way I've been able to do the cool things that I've done. It's because I'm consistent. I don't show up every day. I'm not 100% every day. I'm not even 75% every day. Some days I'm 50%, some days I'm 20%, but I do what I can every day because I made a commitment to myself. And that's the one thing that separates me from anybody else. So I'm not any special. I'm not the fastest person. I'm not the strongest person. I'm not the most disciplined person. I'm just fairly consistent over time, and that leads to great results. Being consistent over a long period of time will lead to your desired outcome, to your result. So it's the only thing that sets me apart from most people. And it's really not a superpower. Like, it's something that anybody can do. You can do it too. You just gotta, commit, make that, like, whatever commitment you made to yourself, you gotta stay true to it. You gotta hold yourself accountable. So that's all you gotta do. So the truth that nobody wants to hear is you don't find time in your schedule. Nobody hands you time. Nobody gives you an extra hour. You have to make time. And that's the truth nobody wants to hear. Because guess what? We all have the same 24 hours in the day. I have the same 24 that you have. The difference between me and you is I find time. I don't find time, I make time. You have to make time for your training. You have to fit it in where you can. You have to shift your schedule around. You have to make sacrifices. Cut things out of your schedule. And that's how you're able to achieve whatever goal you're trying to achieve. So I know that's not the sexy thing you want to hear, but your days aren't getting any longer. They're not getting any shorter. They're 24 hours every day. Depends on what you do with those 24 hours. That's going to depend on, your outcome is going to depend on what you do then in those 24 hours. So I challenge you, if you're watching this video, first off, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. If you're watching this video, I challenge you, look at your schedule. If you're having trouble finding time, look at your schedule. Hour per hour. What are you doing every hour? And do a audit of your time. See where you can fit in 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. See if you can shuffle things around in your schedule to different times of the day so you can create a training block. See what you can cut out. See if there's something you can say no to. See if there's some sacrifices you can make. Look at your schedule and really be honest. Be honest with yourself. Because I promise you can find time in your schedule. Most people. Now I'm sure there are some people out there that truly don't have time. But for the 99% of other people, you can find time. I promise. So that's my challenge for y'all this week. Do that. See if you can get your training in. So yeah, this is my training for my first backyard ultra. And I'm gonna try and keep filming YouTube videos the whole way so y'all can learn as I go on my first one. So if you're training for an ultra too, go ahead, like and subscribe, and tune in each week for some more ultramarathon tips, and we can train together. We can learn together, learn from our mistakes, and I'll teach y'all what I'm doing, mistakes I made, and how I'm recovering from them, things like that. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and follow. I also post all kinds of other fitness stuff. I love working out, so I do a lot of workout content as well. So if you like all things fitness, go ahead and tune in each week, and y'all get after y'all's goals. Y'all have a great day, and y'all go knock out that race, whatever race it is. If you got one in mind, go ahead and sign up for it today. Sign up for it, put it on the schedule, and create your training plan. Y'all have a great day. Peace, love, protein. We out.